Welcome to today's episode of Gen 5 Restomods. We're going to go take a look at the Texas Camaro that we're working on right now. It's an original body that I got out of Texas, but it has a lot of replacement panels on it. So one of the things I wanted to talk about today was the art of metal finishing. I've looked at over 30 different bodies and restorations over the last 2-3 years, and they're all pretty sad. 10, 15 years ago, most of the body work that was done was essentially a stud gun, a metal electric gun you weld to the side of the dent and then use a slide hammer and pull it out. Well, most of those repairs were, the standard was that you just cover it up with Bondo and go on. So we don't do that anymore. We do metal finishing, which is kind of a dying art because most body guys don't do that kind of stuff. So today we're going to take a look and see where we're at on the metal finishing, what fits, what doesn't fit, what needs to be modified. It doesn't really matter what you start with. If you start with the original body, half the time it's replacement panels. This particular body that we're going to look at is composed of mainly replacement panels. But regardless of which way you go, you have to put a lot of time and effort into it to get the gaps and to get things smoothed out so you can put a good skim coat on it. So let's go take a look.
That's it. So we're gonna work around the corner. Trying to get the doors to fit. There's all, you can see how much welding has been done and added to these fenders already, all the way to here. So
that much?
So I've shaved off like this much already. And then I've nicked this out here, and I've got to take this up in here.
Wow.
To get that.
Well, that's always. I think that's the hardest one there is to do. Is that curve right there?
Yeah. Be able to open the door without it hitting inside of here.
Right.
Both sides.
Right.
And then to square up the front end, I had to add some to here.
Yeah, I can see that. Wow.
And this side here, and add some to the rocker. Bottom of the door.
Yeah, that's always
get up to here.
Yeah, that's right there.
Put some in here, and I got to nick this one still because it's too high.
Yeah.
I mean, it's too low on the inside, and it wants to hit the door. And that's,
This is really tough to get this consistent.
Yeah. Good?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, it looks like you got another week.
Well, he's been on the ambulance some this week, so yeah.
What does this mean here? What does this mean?
This was all
Screwed up? That means this is screwed up.
Yeah.
That's a screwed up squiggle.
That was lead on the edge.
Here's the other. So is this the way they're supposed to be, like this? I can't remember. The one that we do with the real deal steel was a little bit flusher, I think.
The quarter usually goes on the outside.
Yeah, because there's really a big wonk. There's a real. So you're just gonna fill that in, though, right?
Was that the one that Tim worked on? Did you put a plate in that one?
Yeah, the
Or was
one
that a
that has
different
the factory one has the
Yeah.
big wide
Yeah.
seam, and then we plated it.
Made a plate for it. We're just gonna weld it solid.
Well, so much for a ready to paint body, right?
Well, I was ready to paint, but we would have had some problems with
So, what do you think we're gonna do about these things? Yeah, ice cubes.
it. Well, if we cut them out, there's that rib is under there, which
I know.
would be a gutter.
Yeah,
I
why
don't
can't
know
we?
if that would give it any more air since it's.
Well, if we punched holes in the side,
Yeah, we could do that.
that would be a solution. Well, Kurt said he did it in the 80s. He cut it all out, and he said it was a bad idea.
Because it dripped.
Well, I don't know if it.
Maybe the hood wouldn't have any support if you
Yeah,
cut that out.
I know, because that's the main support rib there, and it looks like it goes right down to the end. There's no way to easily have it drain out.
You could cut, 3/4 inch holes, maybe just up just a ways, so that there's still a little bit of a gutter there, but that wouldn't give you a whole lot of air.
Well, it's something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Rather than nothing. this one's not going to get as hot as the other one. Yeah, so we got the firewall flushed up pretty good.
Yeah, the windshield wiper hole, that's gonna have to be moved. But
Yeah, he explained to me what it is, because this is not right here. We're gonna have to beat on that. I think what happened when they put it together, they just threw it together, and you know.
But in many ways, aside from the floor, the rest of this is almost closer than the last one.
I'm going to show you in the back of that's the famous,
Your seat?
the seat, the fold-down seat. It takes a special little piece down here where it clips in. I was just looking, there's a bracket that goes in here for the seat. But yeah, you never know that you needed a new floor, right?
Yeah, that's the bummer. But
It's not bad.
we got lucky that there was one around.
Well, especially now. So does this looks like it's original. It's hard to say what if there's anything original.
I kind of think that a lot of the inside stuff was, and you can see where he cut different pieces.
Oh, over there. There you see. There's a seamed edge right there. Same thing over here. Hey, look at that. So you think this is new at the bottom?
Well, I don't know if he used parts and pieces from different cars.
Who knows what happened? I never noticed that. Yeah, you can see it. Well, that's good.
In the back, where the trunk hinges were welded in, they weren't really.
Where?
Where, like on the inside of this, there was just a little tack weld there, but we'll
Yeah.
make sure that that's.
Yeah, for sure, because that's the mini tub portion of it.
They probably tacked it into place and never got back.
Yeah. Well, these are nice. I mean, they're not. I'm not sure what they're there for, other than strengthening.
I think he thought there was going to be a clearance issue underneath because he cut the floor.
Has that been added? That doesn't look right. Maybe that's supposed to be there.
I got some stuff to deal with inside of here too. I just remembered for the hinges to adjust.
Yeah.
There's supposed to be like plates in there where they
Slotted.
slide back and forth. Well, they're welded in there solid, and they're like barely welded, ready to bust off. You see the bottom one?
Yeah.
Well, if you look up at the top one, it's a pretty bad mess. But I'll get to it. We'll make sure and get a good picture of it.
Well, not too bad. There's some more gaps. Cowl piece has to be done. This is the correct hood. It's a non-cowl induction hood. So this came with the car, so we're going to keep that. You can see where we had added some more metal over here. And this, they're all just a pain in the ass right in here. This whole business is just takes tons of time. This is where your quarter is right here. It's not too bad. It's not great, but on the whole, it's not too bad. I've seen worse. So that's the update for the Texas Camaro and the Roadster Shop chassis.